Here's why you should go fishing with your father. This video is going to be a little bit different than what we usually do on this channel. So a lot of times I'm talking about success, mindset, hypnosis, the subconscious mind, how to set goals, achieve them, how to get good sleep, good health, how to make more money, how to enjoy better relationships. So all the things with the subconscious mind that helps you just live a more joyful, successful, abundant life. And one of the things that is so important for that, to me, this is my personal take on it, is the human relationships, the relationships with our friends, and especially with our family. Here I am, I'm in Tennessee on Cherokee Lake, and I'm on a fishing trip with my father. And my wife is here, and we're just staying at one of his friends' lake houses here for a couple of days, going out, enjoying the lake, and trying to catch some fish. But the real point of this whole story, this whole few days, is not the fishing, although that's sort of the topic. It's about connecting. It's about getting closer, bonding closer, and spending the time with my father. So my dad has been fishing all of his life. He grew up in southeastern Kentucky, was always hunting. He was hunting on the mountainside when he was 6, 7, 8 years old, carrying a rifle, looking for food or, animals, fishing. So he's been fishing all his life. It's one of the things that he loves to do so much. And he comes down here. We live in North Carolina now, but he comes down here to Tennessee and Kentucky on a regular basis, drives his truck down here, stays at this lake house of his friend that they grew up together in Kentucky, and he's been asking me to come for a long time. And I'm in my mid-40s now, so I'm in production mode. I'm in growing. I'm in building business. I'm in all these things that take up a lot of time and energy in my life. And so he's been asking me to come down here for a few years. And I just felt like I haven't had the time, but this time I knew I'd set the date, and I said yes to being here, and we really set that out. So that's sort of one of the main points of this, is the passing of time and how you need to just set those times out so that you can do the things that are most important. I knew, and I know it's important for me to be here. The object is to catch fish. That's what we're here to do, but really that's not what we're here to do. It doesn't matter if we catch fish or not. Yesterday we caught one fish. Today we're going to go fishing again. Hopefully we'll catch some more just for the fun of it, but that's not the point of what we're doing here. The point is getting to spend time together, Like, he's 82 years old, and I know we don't have too many of these opportunities left. We tend to take our family and people who are closest to us for granted in life. And, when you're a child and you spend a lot of time with your parents, you're going to spend most of your time with your parents before the age of 18. After that, you're going to be off living your life and doing your thing, and then spending time with your parents is going to be something that takes up very little of your time. But it's important once we get older to really set these times out to spend this very valuable time. This is something that we'll never get back, this chance, this opportunity. It could have been anything else I could have been doing, working, doing hypnosis sessions, or working on Temple Transforma, or any other numerous things. But here we are, sharing this time and getting close. And some of the things that we've done so far that have been the connection points have been We've been solving problems. We've had all kinds of problems. There's a lot of things that go into fishing. Just spending time on the boat, tying hooks and putting the worms on there and the minnows. Cooking meals, cooking breakfast. This morning we had biscuits and eggs and bacon, washing the dishes, all the things of living, just the normal mundane things. And I think what's important about that is the people who don't have their parents any longer, the people who are passed on, they would give anything for that time with their parents. And if your parents are still here, your mom or your dad, and there's something that they just love to do that you can spend time doing with them, by all means, do it as much as you possibly can. Because once that's gone, that will never be available again. And there's no relationship like your parents. Zero. And I'm lucky because I've had a great father. I have a great mother too. So, of course, we've had our bumps in the road, but he's a very good man. He like I said, came from Eastern Kentucky, has those values, honesty. He works hard. He's 82 and he still drives 5 hours from North Carolina to Kentucky and Tennessee to do these things he loves. He plays a lot of golf and just a very generous person. I'm very lucky to have a father that loves me and that I love. And I know not everyone has that kind of relationship with their father or their mother or their parents. So I know some things are a lot harder. Some parents have just totally not been there at all, or have been just really bad parents. And all I can say is, after working, with hypnosis for so long, if you can spend some time with your parents, even if it hasn't been a good relationship, because the thing is, the trigger is in your head. So, for instance, here's an example. When we showed up to come to this trip, we had miscommunicated on what time we were supposed to leave. So my dad had said, he thought it said 9:30 and I thought he'd said 10. So I showed up at 10 and he was pretty angry because he's very punctual, very on time. And we started off kind of rough, but old me would have, fought for my side and it would have been more of an argument. But wiser me, older me, knows that that's just like a ripple on the water. It goes away soon. And I said, I thought this was the time, but anyway, we're excited to go fishing. And that line kind of brought it down. We got in the car, and about 30 minutes down the road, we were all over it, all past it, and we were on our way to this incredible few days on the lake. So the trigger is in your head. A lot of times our parents have the triggers for us and we have the triggers for them. And so what the things that I teach on this channel about hypnosis, about controlling your own mind, that really comes into play when you have these relationships that have all these emotional triggers and anchors that set you off in negative ways. Anger, any of these emotions that you may feel around your parents when they do certain things. You have the power to control that. And, you go through this channel and learn, master your subconscious mind, do some self-hypnosis, and you're able to hold in your space and let those little things go, so that you can enjoy this time together. Now, if your parents are just, horrible people, and no matter what you do or try or how patient you are, and it's still just like puts you in a super bad space, then you can feel okay about not doing that. You can do your best to try to nurture that relationship and build it, but it takes two people to have a relationship like that. So you can do your best, and if it's really just not healthy and not working, it's okay. You can feel okay to just let that go and love them from afar. But if you can, do something they love. Spend some time, spend a few days if you can. I know it's easier for me right now because I don't have any children. But if you do have children, try to work that out to make that possible. Or bring your children with you and just spend that time together. Because it's just so valuable and it only comes once. I was talking to Dad last night. We were talking about how fast life goes by. he's 82, and he said his life has gone by in a blink of an eye, and it feels like that. And the older you get, the faster the time moves. And just that space we have when he's 82 and just don't know how many days, how many years he has left. It's just every moment becomes richer, becomes more powerful, and it's like each moment has a lifetime, and each lifetime is full of moments. Go for it. All right, there we go. We're gonna catch some. Whether it's fishing like my dad loves to do, I like to fish, but he's crazy about it. If you can do that with them, whether it could be, golfing or tennis or building a garden, anything your parent really loves to do, your mom or your dad, just do your best to spend some time with them doing that. Just enjoy those moments, and that way, once they're over, once they're gone, you won't have that guilt and that regret of not having spent that time. You will have, squeezed the juice out of life, squeeze the juice out of the love that you have with your family, your parents, and the love that you have for yourself and where you come from, those stories that brought you here. We used to go fishing all the time when I was a kid, and this really brings me back. We'd go night fishing and have the lanterns on the boat, and then the fish start biting in the middle of the night. And just so much fun, and just being here just brings back those memories that you tend to forget about as you get older. Well, here's an example of the magic of this. I was playing banjo at a festival or private party a couple days ago, and they wanted me to stay and camp out, and I wanted to. It was really fun, a lot of people, a lot of music, and I knew we had to get up the next morning early to get down here and go fishing. And so I told my friend who put the place together, I said, yeah, I would like to stay and camp, but I know we got to leave early. I'm going on a fishing trip with my dad. And he was, started tearing up a little bit, because he said, yeah, enjoy that time with your dad. I lost my dad a couple of years ago, and that's those moments are the magic. So, all the things I do on this channel are to share with you the things I've learned through living life, the things I've learned through being a hypnotist for 15 years and learning the subconscious mind and how to live just a joyful, excited, abundant, loving existence. And there's nothing of all the things we do that could be any more important than having a beautiful relationship with your family, your mom, your dad. And so, I implore you, I suggest, if you can, if your dad's around, take a fishing trip with your dad. Thanks for watching the video. This is a little different than what we usually do. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope this has inspired you to go take a fishing trip with your dad or whatever it may be for you. And if you want to keep learning about your subconscious mind, how to live a joyful, beautiful, abundant existence, we got some free hypnosis recordings in the link below. Also have an online community, Temple Transformer, where we do this work at an even deeper level. So join us there, and we'll see you in the next video. Explore and enjoy.